Hello and welcome to Snowrunner TUZ 16 Actaeon truck review for Snowrunner on the PS4. I'm UK Gamer 828 and we'll be going through just showing you what the crack is with the TUZ or the TUZ 16 Actaeon and what you get, and is it worth buying? Well, personally, none of these vehicles are worth buying. If you're going to buy anything, just get the DLC, the season pass, and then you can have it all, and it's a lot cheaper like that. But anyway, here it is. I've been testing it out for a few days now. Been using it quite a lot, and it's turned into quite a nice little truck. It looks the part, so I've gone for the got this one here, which is the completely lightweight version. And you can notice the difference. It's the back end, you can see as we're going along, is quite slippery on the back end because there's no weight there, which is pretty realistic, so pretty impressed with that. Now power wise, we've got 3 different engine options. We'll pop into the garage in a minute and I'll show you all the different options available there. And the standard engine is quite powerful anyway. You get the bigger ones and you don't really need them. They're it is got plenty of power for the size, it really has. Now the one over there I've just got with the maintenance add-on, and you can see the back end of the tyres there, it does jump, well you can see it's in the arches there, so it is quite low on there, but it does hold quite a bit, which is always nice. So the maintainer frame add-on, no sorry, this is the fuel carrier add-on, what am I on about, is 900 litres, so it's the same as a Scout trailer. Now these are, it's classed as an off-road truck, but you have got autonomous winch on it, which is always nice. I think all trucks should have autonomous winch no matter what, but that might come in time once we get a little bit of modding going on. So first thing I wanted to show you was over at the ice, and we're on Lake Kovd, and hopefully this one I think will drive straight the way across the ice and we shouldn't really have any problems. You can see the lightweight goes over, no issues whatsoever. But as soon as you put anything on, it's a little bit different. So let's drive back over this way. We might break through. There are certain places where you can see you break through a little bit there. So we're probably right on the limit of what weight it can handle. Now I got the Antarctic because I did struggle with it getting it in and out. Now this one has got the lift. You can see it's a little bit higher than that one over there. And I've got the bigger wheels on. So let's try the other one. Right, so here's the other TUZ 16 Actaeon. And this one we drive over the same. And oh yeah, you can see we nearly get through. In places you are going to get through, so it's not that heavy, so it's quite light, especially for breaking through the ice. You can get the job done. Now this is a perfect little Scout vehicle really, because you've got 900 litres of fuel on there, so you're not going to run into trouble really. Oh, there we go, now we're in trouble. Now the one thing I did find with this is when it dropped into the ice, it didn't like getting back out again. Now I have only got the normal gearbox on this, and as you can see it does struggle a little bit. It will climb out eventually, but most of the time it just won't have it. You can see I think we're just stuck there. It looks like we got the bottom of the chassis stuck, so you're gonna have to bear that in mind. If you break through the ice, you're gonna struggle getting back out again. Right, so let's go over to the garage and I'll show you what's available for it. Right, so there it is there. It's £70,400 to purchase. And if we go into customization, and we'll start over at the colours first, where it's got all the different colours, the same as what we've had on the other ones. And then we've got quite a few different camo colours just down here, just like that. It's pretty cool. And then we go over miscellaneous section. We have the double tall beacons, the parking, the small parking lights, the external horns, and the twin horn on there. And then rear bumper wise, now this one has actually got fenders, which a lot of them haven't got that, and you can have them for an extra 600. And then we go on to the front bumper. Now the front bumper, you have got quite a few different variants on that, where that's the nice one with the frame over. That looks pretty funky, and that's pretty protected, but looks nice, doesn't it? Nice job on that one. And then we got the heavy duty and the crossbar with the fog lights. Now your rims wise are just your, I thought there was only a couple of rims actually. There we go, 2 rims on there. That caught me out. I thought there was only a few, but yeah, there's quite a few. I haven't seen those ones there before. They're a different one. So that's all for your visuals. And then we go over to, let's have a look at the engine. Now, like I said, the stock engine there, when you go up to the other ones, it only goes up, the durability goes up slightly on the top one, and it's a bit more fuel consumption. You can see there's not much difference. So the standard one is pretty good. And then we go on to the gearbox. We've got our balance and then high range and off-road box on that. And then we go on to the suspension, which it has got the race suspension, which is available on this map. I've done a video on that if you want to know the location of that. Hopefully I'll put a link up now for it. Hopefully that worked. And then we go on to the tyre options. Now the tyre options, you have got all the different tyre options here. Now the 47s, they're not showing up because I haven't got the lift kit on there, but you have got plenty of tyre options, absolutely all of them. Basically you have got all the tyre options available, and with the chains we've got the 47 inch for the lifted kit, 43 inch and then a 39 inch, so pretty big size wheels. Now for the mud tyres as well, they are fantastic, they really are good. We've got the smaller ones and then you go up to the larger ones, which you want for with the lift kit on there. So they're pretty cool tyres, especially these mud, the Tega ones, and they will perform beautifully. However, I have found the chains to work quite well. Then we go on to the winches, and you've got the stock, extended, advanced, high power, and then autonomous, which is always one to have, need the autonomous. And then we have a spare wheel just on the back there. Now frame add-ons, we go on to those, and we've got the maintainer frame add-on, which you can see that's 500 repair points, 2 spare wheels on that. The small side bed, which is enough to take 1 slot of cargo, but you can fit other stuff on the back. I'll show you that shortly. And then the small fuel carrier, which is the one we showed down at the ice, which is the 900 litres, and then you can have the loading crane on there, and you can also have the loading crane and the small sideboard bed, which is pretty cool. Good little options. And then we have diff lock and snorkel, 2 different snorkel options. So that is all the different frame add-ons and all the different upgrades you can have on your vehicle. So pretty cool. So let's get it out on, I forgot about that one actually. We've got the roof rack there, which is your extra 150 repair points and 80 on your full fuel tank. Now it does make it a little bit top heavy, but it's not that bad. We'll actually put that one on because we want to drive down to the next bit, and I'll tell you what, let's put we've got one of those out already, we've got all of these out already. We'll just use the crane without anything on the back to see if that improves a little bit of weight on there. Right, so let's get it out on the open road, and with these mud tyres you can see it is a little bit twitchy on there. As soon as you put the all-wheel drive, that does help quite a bit, and obviously that roof rack doesn't help, but we've added it. And you see when you're going along straight with these tyres, they just doesn't want to stay straight really, because they're mud tyres. Great in the mud, great on the deep snow, but on the normal ice and what have you, they can be a bit of a pain in the arse. Right, so it's classed as an off-road, but it is a scout in a way, because you've got the autonomous, it's quite small, but you can actually got 1 loading space on it. So what trailers does it take? Well, because it's an off-road truck, it takes all the trailers you can with everything else, which is all of those, everything apart from saddle low. But I've seen saddle low on the mods already where somebody's put a saddle low on it, so that will all come in time. But that's pretty cool, you can use all of them on there. So we go on round to, I've got one just set up just round here, and I tried the crane out on it, and the crane looks, well, works fantastic. It's the same as, I thought it might be slightly underpowered, but it's not, because you can only put one slot on the back of it, and I thought it might be a bit underpowered, but it's not. Start that up, and let's get that crane out, just like that. Hide the legend. So you can see you can actually load it on the back there, and it does sit on there, and especially if you drop, well, you want to go down, if you drop that down onto there, it does hold it in place. So we get back in the truck. Yeah, it's probably a little bit close there. It's a little bit off there, isn't it? Big time. There's me screwed that up a little bit. And we were going to just move that way a little bit. Let's get it in the middle so it helps us out a little bit more than that. It would be nice if we had the flatbed, because you could probably position it a little bit better. There we go, spin it around, come on, spin it round, and then we drop it down like that, and then that's locked onto the back there anyway, as long as you hold the winch. Well, I found even if you release the winch, it does hold it in place, but obviously it's a bit top heavy. Now you can load it on the side, but then you've got to watch it for it on the side, and obviously it's not designed to do this, but you can do it. So if there's somewhere and you want to take some metal pallets, planks, what are they called, metal girders now I think, aren't they, or steel girders, well, metal, if you want to take any metal anywhere, it will fit on the back, and you can see it does sit on there. It doesn't slide off or anything, so it's not too bad. Well, then I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to head up this way, because I've got another one of the Actaeons, and I've also, there's a nice little hill climb just up the road there, but you can see these chain tires, they work really well, they really do. I was using the muds first of all, but I've found some of these trucks with the chains, they work really well. Some are crap, they just don't seem to, well, I think they just need a little bit of tweaking here and there. But you can see I've got that all the way down here, and it hasn't moved, it just sits there. And even if we're going to go on our side, whoa, yeah, I've got to watch that, because we haven't got a winch. What's that attached on? Oh, it is attached on there. So I'll tell you what, let's reverse that, because I was a little bit off there. I think that's half the trouble. I was on that bit of a bank, and as long as we go that way, we're not going to fall over. But job's a good one. Right, so I've got the other Actaeon set up. Let's change it over. So here's the other TUZ, or TUZ 16 Actaeon, and we've got the maintenance service, the service trailer on the back, and our maintenance frame add-on, which is quite big, and I thought it might be quite top heavy, but it's not. I'll tell you what, let's go in a little bit of low plus, and I'll tell you what, it's not going to have it, is it? Yep, there we go, it's going now. Now I haven't actually tried to see if it will pull this up here, and I can't actually remember which engine upgrade I have, but as long as it gets it up here, because it is a little bit big for it, but the main thing is you can attach to it. If it attached, you can pull it, you can use it, and it's better than using the, well, we haven't got any service trailers for the Scout, it's all the larger trailers, so that's pretty cool. But that's, yeah, it's getting up there. Alright, it's slow up there, but what do we expect? The trailer is twice as big as the truck, isn't it? It really is. So will it have it if we go, it might have helped if I'd upgraded the gearbox as well to the off-road one, but I'm only using these for testing, so I didn't want to upgrade them all, because I'll be selling them after anyway. So we drop it into the auto box now and see if that makes any difference, and don't think it does. I think you need to be climbing. So which engine was this one? Oh, it might have been the top one then. I can't remember. Yeah, it might have been. A lot of them I just left standard because the top engine is got, well, they've all got plenty of power, and like some of the other vehicles, they just haven't got enough power, and they're a bit pants. They really are. But this one seems to be okay. So is it worth the money? I suppose it is, because it's a nice new little truck you can have a little play around with. Now this one would be quite a bit of fun using them lightweight and doing some off-road racing with it, because they are lightweight. You're gonna have to be careful with it. And what have we got stuck on there? Oh, I think we got stuck on that wheel. I think that was it. That should, come on, get right now. Yeah, there we go, we're back through. I think it does go better with the diff lock. It just steady climbs all the way up there. But it's not having that much issues with the trailer on there, so let's just drop that trailer off and carry on our own. And can we get away with auto off? Yes, we can. Now, I'm not sure if I got autonomous on this one, so I'll have to be careful with what we are gonna flip it. Oh, excuse me, had a little bit of a hiccup then. But it isn't a nice truck. When I first used it, I wasn't sort of too keen on it, but it's grown on me quite a bit, and I do like it. It's a perfect vehicle to go out and have a bit of scouting in, really, especially if you put a bit of fuel on the back, use the fuel add-on, because that keeps the centre of gravity quite low as well. So nice little truck. Come on, let's get back around that way, and hopefully it won't tip when we go around that bit there. No, of course it won't. Now you've got to be careful on the ice. Is the same as the other vehicles. If you're driving too quick, especially with the chains, well, it does it with most tyres, you turn too quick, a little bit too sharp, and that's it, you've lost it. You're going to flip it straight away. But the one thing about this, I would do another truck review on it, and we'll go through all the different maps basically, because this can swim. It can go in, especially when you got the snorkel on there, it can go in very deep water. It really can. But I just noticed that steering lock on it. You see that one wheel, let's get in a bit closer. You see that one wheel there, it doesn't turn very much, does it? It's only like that bit there, which doesn't seem to be right. And you go that way and it turns, it seems to be a little bit more. But it is a nice truck. I do like it. So is it worth buying singly? Well, it's up to you really. But if you're going to buy any of that stuff, if you're interested in Snowrunner, just go and get the season pass, because you don't want to be, oh, this has come out, oh, I haven't got it, and all that sort of crap. Anything what comes out, if you buy it, then it's all extra money all the time. It really is, isn't it? So like, going inside of this one, and of course it is all pretty basic. It is, well, very similar to Unimog at the end of the day. Pretty nice bit of kit, really is. Not extensive detail, but we have what we need in here. Working mirrors. However, that mirror isn't too great because you can't really see it. That one is, yeah, it's alright. It's just a little bit restricted there. And we got just glitched out. Well, let's put the camera so in front of the screen. And then we can go up this hill, no issues. Hopefully, well, we seem to be quite on our side then. But no, see, it keeps going. It's just a good little workhorse, really is. Whoa. But it's always nice to have more vehicles. You can never have too many vehicles, can you, really? So there you go. That is the TUZ 16 Actaeon review for Snowrunner. And all in all, yeah, it's a nice truck. I do like it. And it could be one of my favourite after, because it has grown on me quite a bit, like I said. So, righto, that's it for today's Snowrunner TUZ 16 Actaeon truck review for Snowrunner at Lake Kovd. I hope you found this video helpful. and it looks like I'm going to get stuck in all these trees. And if you did, why not catch me on my other ones? I'm coming up for, my channel's got nearly 1,000 videos now, for those of you who don't know. I do Snowrunner and Farming Simulator, so if that interests you, go and take a look. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.